Hello my loyal employees. So a few days ago, the Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch 2 went live, and they showed a lot of things. Mainly when the console was going to release and a bunch of titles that'll be releasing on the Switch 2 day 1. Okay, so a big update dropped when I was editing this. Looks like Nintendo delayed the launch of the Switch 2 in America due to the tariffs. So who knows when it's gonna come out here. I don't know if they're gonna raise the price or just straight up not release the console here. But if they don't, I'm hoping they at least do something about the prices, which I'll talk about later on. But yeah, that's what's going on here. Crazy. Now some of these games I'm really excited about, especially the new Donkey Kong game. If you don't know, I'm a big fan of 3D platformers, and this game is scratching an itch that I haven't had scratched in a while. Now keep in mind, I played some great 3D platformers recently. I had a fantastic time playing Super Mario Odyssey and A Hat in Time, and I also checked out Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip, a cute little 3D platformer that's a nice feel-good game to relax and play. But none of them aside from A Hat in Time really grabbed me like platformers did when I was a kid. But this feels a little different. When it was first showed off, I was hooked right away. I knew the type of game they were showing out just by looking at it, but what I didn't expect was it to be a new Donkey Kong game. Now I played a little bit of Donkey Kong 64 and Country Returns, but those games didn't really leave a big mark on me, due to the fact that I'm not as much of a fan of 2D platformers, and Donkey Kong 64 was Donkey Kong 64. But the atmosphere, the gameplay design, and those crazy ass expressions really get your attention off the bat. This game is really nice to look at, and it looks so fun. This might be the game to really convince me to invest in a Switch 2 by far. But enough about that, let's just talk about the other games. There was Mario Kart World, the newest entry to the Mario Kart series. They're going for that Forza Horizon-ish gameplay that's open world, and you can explore all these different areas on the map. They haven't really said what you're going to be doing in the map, but I'm guessing there's going to be some missions or time trials that you can play while you're out exploring everything. I've never been that crazy about Mario Kart, mainly due to not having friends that played it, but I was always interested in trying out some full-on multiplayer, so this might be a good entry for me to get into it. That being said, the prices for this game is kinda wild. $80 for the base game, bro. That is just baffling to me. I know Donkey Kong is around the same price, but I don't know. I'm not digging these price changes, y'all. Next, they showed off a bunch of new features for the Switch 2, like the new game chat feature with the shitty ass camera to go along with it. There was also a new game sharing system that'll let you share your digital games with other people, which seems cool, but I really want to see how that'll work in practice and how people will react to it. Then they showed out the Switch 2 itself, which is packing a 1080p screen that supports 120 FPS. It can also go up to 4K on a dock apparently. Don't know how much I believe that, but I guess I'll take their word for it. The whole thing about the old microSD cards not being compatible is kinda lame though. Next up, they showed off a new launch game that shows off what the Switch 2 can do, called the Welcome Tour. Looks neat, but I most likely won't play it after checking it out once for free. Wait, hold up.
Wow, man. Damn.
Some other things that got me interested were Cyberpunk 2077 coming to the system, which was a bit surprising to hear. Silksong finally being shown off for a total of 5 seconds, new Deltarune chapters, GameCube games, which I did not expect at all. Now if I get it, I'll be able to play Pokemon XD again, one of my favorite games as a kid, and also the series that Game Freak refuses to acknowledge for some dumbass reason. That had me up a bit, I'm not gonna lie. Then some other shit I don't really care about got showed off, you can see it on screen right now. Bloodborne 2, oh wait, oh never mind. Lastly, there was Kirby Air Riders and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Never really played Kirby Air Ride and they didn't show off any gameplay, so I don't really know how to feel about it. And I already blew my load on Bonanza already, so that's it. The Nintendo Switch 2. Honestly, this whole direct overall didn't really convince me to get the Switch 2 on day 1. Like there are a few things that made me raise my eyebrows, but everything else just felt like icing and no cake. Like a lot of these games that were shown off are going to be available elsewhere, so none of those games really matter to me. Plus it doesn't really feel all that innovative. I know they fixed a lot of things and made the hardware better, but that's pretty much it. The gimmick is the same, but with just a few new features, so it just feels kinda not worth it, unless you're a hardcore Nintendo fan. As of right now, they need to make a few more top tier games for me to even think about investing in this when it comes out. But yeah, that's it. Maybe my opinion will change once we come closer to release, but I wouldn't bet on it. But what do you think? Do you like the Switch 2? Are you gonna get it on launch day? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to check me out on Twitch at EagleEyeVT. We're going to be streaming a lot more from now on. Alright gentlemen, you're all dismissed, and I'll see you again soon.